Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with another kind of a craft with me. It's not a specific technique, it's just playing with a little bit of layering, maybe a little bit of texture paste. I'm going to make some large journal cards. I purchased a few digitals from Sweet Pea Curiosities. It was Marisa's birthday, and so she had 50% off. So I picked up a few kits that I had been looking at. So one of them being these wings. They're bird and angel wings. Aren't those amazing? So I thought we would use those today. I printed them smaller, and we're going to make some dangles for the beginner journal series journal that we're using the dressing room paper. So I just wanted you to see what that looks like full before because for this project I like cut them in half and stuff. So I was just in the mood to create a little bit freely with some mixed media. Now I know that these images can bother some people because they look very sad. They are also from Sweet Pea Curiosities. They very, very much touch me. And I want to just preface this by saying I'm not creating it out of this like dark and gloomy place. It's just a place that resonates for me and these images and the truths that I'm going to share with you as I create. So I've got the quotes I wrote the quotes on little sticky notes, but I printed them out on paper. So we'll have those to go nice on there. But we've got 4 of these. I wasn't going to we're not going to probably I think I was planning on doing 2 of them off camera. So I will still do that. I'd like to do this one with you guys. And let's see what other one I'd like to do with you. I think these 2 we'll do together. And if we have time, depending on how it goes, I may do those as well. So I've got my general supplies, Fabri-Tac, Bearly Arts glue, my ink. I just purchased these off of Amazon. They're the bold clip, but they're small. They're really nice. Let me get you a measurement. They're pretty small. They're 3/4 of an inch wide, so that's a nice measurement. So I thought we would add some of those as well. But I want to just say, one of them is, let me read this quote for you. So Edith, I can't remember her last name. She's an author. She is a Holocaust survivor. And Sean Petit, who is a mixed media artist that I follow on YouTube and who I was also on her design team. I watched her video on Sunday. She does a mixed media video every Sunday, and she quoted this, and she shares from her heart, similar to what I do in my Sunday's Art of Truth. But she shared this quote from Edith's book, "Your genuine self is already beautiful." And so she was talking about her strive for perfection and how that's just always something that is a hard thing. And I realized that as I sit here at my desk and I record for you, I'm always saying perfection is not at play in the studio, and yet I beat myself up. And off camera, I beat myself up. Off camera, I'm trying to make things perfect so that I can bring you really good stuff, which that's a quality. That is also just a quality thing. But I realized that that perfectionism isn't just about the result of something like making something. It is also how we perceive our shortfalls, our shortcomings, how we define ourselves based on our inability to accomplish something that we want to accomplish in the way that we want to accomplish it. So this is one. Actually, maybe we'll do this one. We'll see, because I really liked the colors and stuff in here. I pulled some of my mixed media paper, and this is just the original, so it's all textured and beautiful. So, but we'll put that one aside for now. And I also have my corner rounder, a palette knife, and gold texture paste in case I decide to go that route. So let's get some things out of the way here. I also last minute pulled a couple of vintage music papers to potentially add. I typically like to add them to projects like this where I'm just collaging in layers, similar to my cluster work where I have a recipe where I use a print, I use a solid, I use a specialty paper, I use book page or music page, and then some kind of textile, which got me thinking I do want to pull out. I want to show you this first. Okay. It looks like a lot, but I want to tell you the story here, okay? So I have calyx bins in my studio, and I did a bunch of coffee dyeing a while ago, and I just shoved it in that bin, and they're all like knotted up, they're all tangled. The coffee dyeing was not great, so I took them back out and I re-coffee dyed a bunch of them. So that's what you see here. So I've got all these. These are still wet a little bit, but some doilies, and then we've got some lace strips. So these are more the strips. These are more snippets. These are longer pieces, but isn't that so beautiful? Didn't that coffee dye turn out great? So anyway, it's part of that kind of, reorganizing things in the studio so that I know what I have and I'm using what I have. I'm just going to set those over there. Oh, this one would be really pretty on there. I'm going to leave that with the lace bits. But I want to add some lace. I didn't pull that out yet. We'll do it as we go. So here we go. Without further ado, this one says, which I didn't do the whole quote. This is the one that says, "Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all." But I just did the first part. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul. So that's what we're going to use, a shortened version. So this is my base, and I cut them all a different size. And then this is the image for this one. And I just decided to kind of go with blues. So when I look at her, the image of her, I mean, she looks very sad, but she touches me. She touches me every time I look at her. But her dress kind of looks grayish blue. So I thought I would just focus on this background paper is going to be the base. And so I feel like she goes really well on that. And then that blue will hopefully kind of accentuate any blue tones that are in the background. So I'm going to tear a bit of this though, because I do want some music paper as well. And we'll see what we end up using. Just like that. Okay. So I don't think I want to round the edges. But I do need to kind of ink a little bit just to get us going, because sometimes inking gives me the inspiration that I need to continue on. And this one I just kind of left her squared off on one edge and the corners on the left. And then I rough tore the other side. So there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and ink this as well. I don't think I necessarily want to do any more with that. I think I'll just ink this up and call that good. There we go. So my thought with this one is just to kind of have her kind of up against this edge using this wing. Isn't this so beautiful? Oh, it's so beautiful. Let me ink this as well. But I was just really touched by these images again as I was been sorting and catching up on fussy cutting while I'm watching TV, and bumped into these images again, and I thought, oh, I need to use those. This is a piece of my mixed media paper. We did this on camera. So this was a second thought, so we'll see where we can kind of add that. But I thought it would be fun to kind of go like this. Now that wing might hang over a little bit, but I thought that would be really pretty just like that. Okay. So I do want a little bit of book page, but I'm wondering if I should go bigger. Let me tear a little bit more of this down and see if I want to go a little bit bigger with my music paper here. There we go. I've been to the doctor this morning. I tried to go to urgent care on Sunday, and that was an absolute disaster. The wait was just ridiculous. So they made me an appointment. I got to see a doctor today. So we're not certain it's a sinus infection, so we're waiting on a x-ray. We did an x-ray of my head. So I don't want to cover up too much of the base either though, because those are some of the colors I'm trying to work around. So I think that might be good because we can see everything still. Let's just kind of showcase this again. So anyway, I got the antibiotic, but I have not taking it until I have to. There we go. Yeah, I like that. I don't feel like we need this part up at the top though. So let's go ahead and take that off. I'm going to actually cut that because I don't really want a rough edge on the top for some reason. Yeah. I'm not going to overthink this. We're just going to start putting stuff down and see where we go. The other thing is we can put some textile in between this music paper and the main collage cluster bit, focal image. So let me see if I've got a piece in here that would work. Well, actually, I got this as well. This is not quite wide enough though. Isn't that so pretty though? Oh, so pretty. Let's see what else we've got here. So many beautiful bits in here. And then because they were just like stacked in, I mean, just shoved in a bin, I couldn't really see what I had until I re-coffee dyed some of them and then sorted them, kind of folded them up a little bit. So what is this? This looks interesting. Oh, it looks interesting. Let's see what we like. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. Let's just try to even up this edge here. I'm going to see if I can tear it. I'm looking for a lace that will tear. This is a stretchy lace, so if I remember right, it doesn't tear. But I'm on the hunt for some good loose weave, tearable lace. Tearable, not as in terrible, but as in able to be torn lace. So, oh, that's so pretty. Shall we just do it and not think about it? I think so. Let's just do it and not think about it. So I'm going to put a bunch of glue. Oh, is that going to... I want to make sure that I can see that music paper. Yeah. Let's just put that down. I'm going to reach for a paper towel. I like to use a paper towel to press the lace in so that I don't get all sticky. Sticky. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Let's give that a press. We'll decide if we want to trim any. I think I do want to trim that off. I don't think I want it hanging out here this time. Okay, go ahead and glue that on as well. So the doctor wasn't sure I had a sinus infection either because I've got some other strange symptoms, like I'm nauseated, and I don't know if I have a lot of fluid in my ears or, you know, in my sinuses, that would cause me to feel nauseated, but that's kind of why we want to get a confirmation on whether it's a sinus infection or not. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Okay, so I also have this, which I thought would be fun to accent this a little bit. We don't need to use the whole thing, I don't think, although it is very, very pretty, isn't it? It's not the same tones as that. I don't think I want to use the whole thing, so we'll hold on a second. Let me see how much I need to put just outside of here. Let me just try to do a kind of a rough cut. I don't want it to be uniform or anything. Just kind of go like that. And just get this bit. I think that will be lovely. Yeah. Okay. So this is tricky to put on though because there's no place to adhere it. And think about that. You kind of have to put it just on those bits. So let's do that. I'm going to grab, let me just use this paper towel. I'm just going to dab some Fabri-Tac. That should be a good start. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put that about right there. I can move it if I'm fast here. It looks like it's a good position though. Okay. So let's go ahead and use that paper towel and just kind of pat that down. It's all sticky on the top, Cara-Renee. Okay. And then our girl is going to go here, but I also have this flower, and I want this flower to kind of go like this, I think. I wasn't sure how I had decided when I was preparing this. Maybe just like that. Let's ink her up, because sometimes, again, when you're already kind of going for a little bit of a vintage grunge look, when you start your inking, it can kind of give you that confirmation that you're going in the direction that your heart wants to go, and that it's making sense to you. So let's see. I actually kind of liked that. I think I had it like that. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just glue this part on, just this bit here, just so that I can have it in place. I'm going to use my white glue just so I don't get too much glue everywhere. Okay. You know, while we're still trying to figure this out. So if we go like this, and then turn it so that our words are straight. Yeah, just like that. These are from Sweet Pea Curiosities as well. These mixed media flowers. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. And then the wing is going to sit kind of on the top. So let's go ahead and glue her down. So I've had some requests to do some collage kinds of stuff on the channel, what you could do in a journal page. So this is something you could build right on your journal page. I just happen to be making it as a journal card, but you could do this on the corner of a page and just bring in some collage techniques. I probably will do some more coming up, but just to satisfy people now, I'm going to lose some of that because I have to come down so that doesn't go up at the top. Darn it. Okay. That's okay. Bring that over. We still see the blue, which is the point. Just give that a pat. And then our wing, and then I've got this garment pen label that we'll use. So this is kind of going to go like that. So I should probably maybe see if I can get it under there. I don't have any glue under that little leaf, so we'll work on it. Okay. Try not to get a bunch of glue where I don't need it here. That was much higher than I wanted to go, but it's all right. Let me just stick that on top there. See if we can move that in and move it down a little bit, like so. Yeah, I like it. And then we're going to put this label on as well. We could put this label just down here. Okay, but I want to find, I've got a bunch of little doilies, and they almost look like flowers, so we're going to pull one of those out and see if we can find one that will fit here. So I'm just going to put this at the bottom corner, and then let me find that basket, which is this one here. There's a bunch of little ones like this in here too. That's a little bit too big. Some of these are still wet, but because I did coffee dye everything. I did a Marisa over at Sweet Pea Curiosities. I asked her how she gets such a dark dyeing on everything, and she uses a really good Folgers instant coffee, so I did get some of that. think this was one that I was looking at. This one's torn. Oh, that one's actually kind of cool. There's another one in here that's similar but different. Similar but different. Right there. Oh, that's the whole one. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. I know there's another partial one, though, that I liked better when I was sorting these yesterday, but I cannot find it. Oh, there's a thick one. I don't really want a super thick one here. So let's just use what we have. And then I've got these bigger things that I thought would be fun. I'm going to leave one of those out just in case I want to use it on another one. But I thought there was, oh, there it is. There it is. I knew I saw one. I knew I saw one. Let's see which one we like better. I actually kind of like this one with 3. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do that right there. So I'm going to put some Fabri-Tac on each of these. Additionally, I had shared my Sunday's Art of Truth where I created that canvas for my granddaughter for her birthday, and it got me thinking, you know, reminiscing. Reminiscing is not really the right word, but just thinking about things, thinking about my life, thinking about the places that I've been, thinking about my own childhood, my own losses, the loss of my babies, and so it got me just kind of in that mood, not a dark mood at all, just a thinking mood, like, you know, where am I at with all of this stuff now? You know, I've done a lot of healing, but I thought, you know what, sometimes just doing a piece of art in that vein can help the healing. Oh, I just love that. Look at that. It's perfect. It's perfect. Okay, let's go on to another one. So let's do this one because I really liked this yellow. Yellow is my favorite color. Oh, we forgot the words. Oh no, do we have a place for them? Let's get that back out. Where did it go? Yeah, I'm going to trim it down. I'm just going to do it manually, which, you know, again, with scissors is always risky, but I'm going to do it. See how straight I can get it. And then we're going to round the corners on this. Oh, that was not straight. Oh my goodness. So anyway, my growing up, my childhood was nothing like what my grandkids experience. Or, you know, a lot of children. Oh, we didn't add this, did we? Oh man, I really wanted to put that on there, but we cannot do that now. That's okay. Let me ink this up. But it gets me thinking about, you know, the possibilities for children who are given proper instruction and proper parenting and attention and affirmation and all of that, things that I didn't have. And so so it's a contemplative place. It's not a bad thing. So, but where do we put this? Where do we put this big old quote? We don't want it on her face. I'm thinking it's going to have to go over here. Like that. Bummer. I should have thought about that a little bit more. Wonder if we could go sideways. Sometimes you can do that. It doesn't look too strange. What do you think? I'm inclined to put it up here though. Sometimes it's just an experiment in like what looks good to you at the moment. There's not really a right or a wrong. I'm going to end up covering up that text that I was trying to keep straight because I want it right here. I want that word right, that quote right there. Okay, there we go. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul. Okay, now we can do this one. I do want to use this, don't let me forget. So this one I picked the same thing. This is from Sweet Pea Curiosities. I've got another wing in a different color. And then these are my papers. So let me ink these bits up and I'll be right back. I don't know if we're going to use any texture paste. Didn't even pull a stencil. We'd have to get up and get a stencil. So I'm not sure I'm going to do that today. And you don't have to do, you know, that kind of layering in terms of texture layering to make a beautiful project. So the idea was this was going to go here, and then I do have a piece of this is coffee stain tea bag paper. Let's just get that edge not quite so straight. See what we can do here. Oh, I actually like that right there with just that scraggly bit there. Yeah, let's do that. So I think I did a glue stick with this before and it worked well. So let me see if I can find, there it is. Sorry for the reach. I think I did a glue stick because it doesn't soak through so bad. So I'm going to just kind of fill up this area. Whoa. Woza. Just to get it to, so it's not moving around on us. And then I kind of want to create this effect on this edge where we get some of the rice paper folding over like it's doing right there. So I'm going to use a little bit of white glue and just help that along. Help it to stay folded. And then you can also come in with, where's my, looking for my makeup brush. There it is. Again, I moved some things, so let's see if we can get a little bit of ink here on those folds that we just made. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So pretty. Of course, that middle section is not going to be visible, but I like that right there, just like that. Okay. So we do want to think about this paper so I don't forget about using some of this if I can. But where do we put it? So let me just, I just love that crispy edge though. It's so cool. So cool. This paper was very fun to make. I'll try to remember to link it down below. So I'm feeling like this needs to go under. Oh yeah, we don't need very much of it then. Let's just preserve that and not use it all because we don't want to waste it. It's too beautiful. So I am going to kind of get it the height of this. Actually, I think I'm going to tear this just a smidge smaller on this side. Playing with paper and glue. Isn't that the name of the game? Playing with paper and glue. So fun. Just tearing papers and just layering up and enjoying the whatever comes to you. Just go with it. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. This might go off the edge of it a little bit. I'm going to take off some of that. A lot of this is that white core, and that's hanging over, so I'm just going to take that off. Okay, so I feel like it's a little bit long, so we're going to take a little more off the bottom. I'm just going to glue these pieces down. Today is the last day. It's President's Day. It's the last day of 5 days off, which has been absolutely glorious. Aside from not feeling well, that did not make it very fun. So I feel like I want that right there. So that means our girl's gonna go over here, which is fine if she goes off of this brown paper. And actually, I'm gonna move that out. We're gonna lose some of those folds that we worked so hard for, but that again is the nature of mixed media. So I'm going to put this down, and I'm just I-spying. I'm just keeping a mental picture of this space so that when I put it down, I get it approximately in that same spot. So I just want to think about my flower as well. And I'm actually thinking I want that wing to go, I would love to have that wing go on top of her, but it's kind of hard because of that straight edge. So I wonder what would happen if I just straighten that out. Yeah, it's gotta overlap it. That's just the fact of the matter. So where do we want this? I was thinking kind of the same thing, kind of have her up here, but now our picture is too high. Our image is too high because of the card, but, oh, right there, kind of sitting on her head. We may have to cut off some off the top, but that will be fine. So I'm taking a mental note of that as well, where that's going to stand and where this is going to be. So using Fabri-Tac, you have some time to move it. So if you move quickly. Okay, so we're just going to put that down, and she's coming all the way down almost to the bottom here, I believe. Was that right? Yes. And then, was this needing to go under? Yeah. Okay. So as we're doing this, just keep in mind that there's really no wrong way, and some of this knowing just comes from the doing. You know, even if you watch someone for a really long time, if you never do it yourself, you're not gonna know, like you're not gonna build that confidence. Oh, I like that. That's perfect. Okay. So we don't even have to worry about tucking this under. She's just gonna go up. But I really don't want it to hang over. Oh, that would work right there. So we're going to glue that on. Okay, so I have that green leaf at the top. When I say I make a mental note, that's kind of what I'm going for here, is just to kind of try to remember what I was thinking. That will work right there. And then all those leaves are not hanging over the edge. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and I've got this cute little label I thought was so perfect. This was just in a label bag, so I don't know off the top of my head. I'll see if I can find it, since I have all of those screen prints of our digitals. So did I catch everything? I do want some lace on here, so I was just trying to wait and see where I might be able to put it without covering something over. I don't want to lose anything that we have here that's so very beautiful. So let's see. This might be pretty. Let's just cut a length of that. Just some simple eyelet trim. I might be able to lift up that that wing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I do want that there, so I'm going to try to pull this up. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. So let's just showcase this now. Okay, like so. So I'm just gonna start here and just go bit by bit. Let's use my paper towel. I cannot recall if that's gonna dry and show or not. I don't know. If it does, if it looks weird after it's dried, I'll maybe lay something across that, or maybe we'll put our word over there, a quote. So let me just trim this bit off. I have no idea what journal I'm going to use these in. It's just going to go in my stash. So our word for this one was, your genuine self is already beautiful. Okay, let's try to trim this one. Try. Yeah, we'll put that right there, and that will cover up that glue. That's awesome. That's a perfect spot for this. So I think we're going to go ahead and stop here. I will finish the other ones off camera. We're already at 40 minutes, and I'm always trying to keep my videos shorter. So I will finish this one, and then I'll finish the rest off camera. But do we want another one of these? This is so pretty too. Wouldn't this be just pretty right somewhere? Like right here. Kind of weird there, isn't it? Maybe I'll save it for one of the other ones. Yeah. Okay, label. Where should we put the label? I think right here. Again, no right or wrong. And so you're probably noticing that much of that mixed media paper is covered over. I can see it, and again, just like I talk about in my mixed media, I know it's there. I know why it's there, and I can see a bit of it, a hint of it. So I'm happy with that. So there we go. There is the second one. So I will finish the other two off camera. You can check them out in the photos at the end of the video. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.